Right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is The Outer Worlds 2.
What's going on about? Does it really improve your life?
Oh, yes! The paradigm we serve supplies all we deserve.
I wonder if it would help me. Is it available in extra strength?
Probably not, no. Anyhow, we need to get off to Westport, which rather confusingly is off to the east of the island, because we need to get the help of the town's mayor to break into the Voxray to chase down Augustine de Vries, and then put a bullet in her head in revenge for betraying us 10 years ago, even if I did spend most of the intervening 10 years as a meat popsicle. So, how hard could it be? Well, there's a side quest in here, Schemes of the Secret Smugglers, and yet, rule one of the wasteland, thou shalt be distracted by random side things every damn time. Oh, so I need to check in with Ethel Tinsleaf, because the new companion has acquired, well, she has a third arm, and she needs some help with it. That's it. Okay, well, let's have a quick wander in here first. Hello? Hi?
I'm simply not credulous enough to accept this is where I've ended up. Doing the work of at least 3 lackeys. A full half-dozen automechs, all by my lonesome.
Okay, but that's exactly where you have ended up.
I'd welcome you, would-be consumer, but we are not a retail operation.
No, you're not.
Please
You're a
visit
smuggling
various
operation.
Consumer locations around Fairfield for all your purchasing needs. I have far too many claims on my time to be able to cater to the curious at the moment.
This looks like a lot of work. Is it just you?
I was meant to have help, but they lacked the barest amount of gray matter it takes to keep from getting locked up by excessive corporate malfeasance. So, I'm on my own here.
Wait,
Breaking
buy
my
or
back, trying to
for?
buttress all these vines on top of all my other jobs. Oh, the bits I wouldn't pay for some of those mechs the Protectorate used to work this place. So, is there anything else, or can I get back to work?
Okay, you handle all this by yourself, plus you have other jobs? Okay, so there is some information to push here. Let's go with the observation line first.
What? No, that's... I was just being sardonic. It's my way of saying I'm so tired it feels like I've got 50 jobs.
Uh-huh. Exactly, J-Dog, yeah. Side quests, woohoo! There is, yes, Legolas, there is. I know it's a shocking thing from an RPG point of view, but you can just charge down the main plot line. I never do, but, yeah, it's an option. Just one I'd never take. Why backpedal now?
Now, just hold up there a minute, friend. I badly turn a phrase and jumble my words a bit, and you're going to call me out as a liar?
You are backpedaling. All I did was ask why.
Huh. True enough on all counts. Plus, you've got the grit to stand there and say it all to my face without any kind of hesitation.
Hooray!
Now, I've been looking for some backfills with the kind of cleverness usually only found on the seedy lower decks of the claim. Feel like making a few bits?
What are you offering?
I'm part of Sub Rosa. We're a group of merchants, information brokers, and commodity traders who deal outside the systems most folk are confined by.
Illegally,
You
in
can
other
trust
words.
We make under-the-table deals with them all the time.
Thanks,
The
Inez.
best way to get things done in anti-space if you're looking for profit. Want to buy it, sell it, move it? We've got someone to do it for you.
Uh-huh. So, you run the black market in Arcadia. Sounds good to me.
Wow, isn't that just wonderful? I had no suspicion when you walked through my door that you'd help resolve the last of the morass Paradise Island has become for us. And all I need you to do is access Quartermaster Cardos's terminal and scrub any Spectrum vodka from her ledgers. It's already been resold, so having it in her system could become problematic. Expunge it, and I get you some bits, and the friendship of Sub Rosa all over the system. You get me?
I get you. I'll be back when it's done.
And I'll be waiting here with your bits.
Cool. So, gain access to Officer Cardos' terminal. I don't know why Inez was in the pool. I think the game just put her there. Alright, next job is to go talk to the doc and see what she wants. And I don't even know why the loss prevention officer is rambling on about ghosts. I really don't. Okay, the dock. It was up here on the map. Speaking of... over here. That looks like a ride. Or possibly a very, very painful way to get killed. One or the other. Oh, hi. Copernicus, eh?
Would pulverizing them suffice? No, I couldn't liquefy them.
What?
Apply heat and congeal them into kibble no beast could resist. Oh, Ethel, darling, you're a genius.
Hi.
Approach with less haste next time, won't you? Copernicus may be tame, but he still doesn't take kindly to being startled.
Meaning you don't
Oh,
either.
yes. You look, well, like you could use an ice bath and a cup of newly formulated trip teas. Has something happened?
Something has, all right. I ended my contract effective immediately. Now I'm free to prove myself to everyone in Auntie's choice. My way.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what contracts mean hereabouts. But you do appear to be pleased, so I shall be pleased for you.
It's good news. Inez is now free to fix her graft. Wait, what do contracts mean where you come from?
Oh, yes. The Protectorate did not have contracts. in
right,
this
I
sense.
see.
Despite the time I've had to acclimate to Auntie's choice, I sometimes fail to grasp such concepts.
Never mind that. I really need your help, Doc, with my graft. Was hoping you had some ideas on how to fix it.
What timing? As it just so happens, I believe I do.
If you're planning on dissecting Copernicus, I'm out. Right. How's that? Don't you just work with replicants?
Before I began my new illustrious career working with our tame, scaly friends here,
Uh-huh.
I was a researcher in the Enhanced Soldier Division. I was on the verge of breakthrough when they shut us down. Oh, when I think of the lives I could have reached. But in my current role, I do try to help where I can.
Where my own first aid training can't reach, Doc's got me covered. The graft knocked me on my ass for weeks when I first got it. But she nursed me back to health.
Yay.
Would if I could have done more.
Okay. I can see why Inez trusts you. I don't think anyone else in Auntie's choice gives a damn.
Despite your insinuation, there are plenty of good folk around here.
Sorry.
Perhaps not many with Doc's particular skill set.
Okay,
I
thank you.
understand your reservation, but I do care deeply for all my patients. Inez has attested to it, and so can Copernicus here, when he is freshly fed.
Of course.
Where was I?
The graft.
Right. I have a lead, Inez. I've identified 2 viable beasts on this island that you may be compatible with. Though it may not be easy to acquire the suitable specimens.
Go on.
The first candidate is the skeleton crabble.
Ah.
It has a rare form of albinism and was last spotted on the western coast by Protectorate scientists, who unfortunately went missing.
Because it
I
killed
happened
them.
upon an old report of theirs along with a code used to operate their machinery. If their fate is what I suspect, the code may be of use to you.
I heard
And
rumors
the
of
second?
creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger than the average crabble. Meaner and smarter, too.
Indeed. And the second candidate?
The second candidate is a raptidon matriarch, the only one of her kind on the island as I understand it. She was last spotted in the crags near the Vox Relay.
Deep in Protectorate territory. This matriarch sure ain't making it easy for us. She'll be more aggressive and more cunning than her smaller kin.
This isn't the matriarch the Protectorate's been talking about, is it? It is. It totally is. Any ideas on how to kill it?
When you breach the matriarch's lair, you must rouse her from hibernation. I found pheromones to be quite effective. Inez, I'm certain you know a formula that may suffice.
That I do.
Okay.
It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up call for the matriarch, so she'll be upon you in moments. I suggest your armaments be at the ready. Then the grafting part is yours.
Okay. Kill creatures, chop off the parts, seems straightforward enough.
Yes, though I would recommend a careful surgical removal of the specimens, please.
We'll try.
Acquire one or both of these parts. Return here straight away, and we can begin surgery. matriarch, I mean, law guide you both out there.
I'll take help from any and every higher power at this point. And guns. Don't forget the guns. Okay. That crunch sounds only mildly toxic. Okay, so map. Let's see. Secrets of the schemes of the secret smugglers activate. Access the quartermaster's terminal. Off to the right. Here we are. Oh. Okay. Hi. Oh, sounds like I've got a Raptor problem back there.
Gonna need a bigger storeroom for all these orders.
Hi, Quartermaster.
Let me guess. Gun keeps jamming, armor don't quite fit snug as you like. State your division and I'll get you outfitted. Quick and proper, or your next provision's free.
I'm with Mortuary Affairs. Can't you tell by the smell?
Thought these old factories caught a whiff of decrepitude percolating in the air. I'd explain it then.
Thank you.
As Chief Replenishment Officer, it's my privileged duty to furnish our brave troops with all of their wartime essentials. You could say I put the ration in liberation. Tell me what you need, and I'll do my ample best to supply you.
Okay, what have you got?
I'm sure you'll find something to your liking.
Let's see. Sniper's cloak, light armor, charged machine pistol, fully automatic, reduced damage, triple burst firing mechanism, reclamation. If you take damage, you have a 5% chance to recluse. Why would I want to do that? Cost cut materials. 30%. Yeesh. 30% damage resistance, but it drops every time you take damage. Yikes. Machine pistol, force charger, defense plates, corrosion soak. Biomass pistol bursts. Huh. Biomass pistol silencer. Loudness sold separate. Of course it is. Biomass pistol, 32 damage. Toxin emitting personal times. Or failing that, a child's blaster. 6 shots per second, 55%. Yeah. Okay, let's grab the plans for the silencer, the pistol, and the burst fire mode. Should be interesting to put those together. Or possibly it'll just fail horribly. One or the other. One or the other. Right, now, do I need to distract her away from that terminal? Short rounds. Performance review 5507 to E. Clara B. Faulkner. That looks like it might be, you know, useful. Can we get her to walk away?
Yeah, you'd be back. What do you need this time?
Just admiring the dropships.
Good eye. Oh, I'd say they're better than nice. Got more armor than a hammerclaw, but better flight handling than the old...
Yeah, Legolas, it depends.
Might be someone else standing here.
Yep.
Piloting one of those beauties.
Yeah, the death rate among dropship pilots is statistically significant. You're better off. But yeah, I mean, it depends on how much the recoil kicks. I mean, if it puts 3 rounds dead on target, great. If it puts the first round on target, the second round 3 feet above, and the third round somewhere in low orbit, yeah, that's a problem.
You got your wires crossed. Dropship piloting's one of the safest jobs in Auntie's choice, according to Auntie's survey on career safety. High in satisfaction, too. And anyway, I don't recall asking for your opinion, so maybe we best get back to it.
Okay, fair enough. I still need to get a look at that terminal. And I still need to get her to, which means I need to get her to move. Alright.
Business is always good when a war's on.
Yes.
What do you need this time?
Let me see what you have for
As a
sale.
friendly reminder, all sales are final, especially ammunition.
Well, let's face it, if it's if it works, I don't have anything to compare. If it doesn't work, I don't get to complain anyway. And well, let's be candid here. Most people don't complain about defective ammunition more than once. What? Niles, talk to me.
Can't get that Andy's Choice jingle out of my head. Hey, if I start humming it, you do what you gotta. Anyway, need something, Commander?
Yeah, field tinkering.
Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Well, we can start with mods, biomass pistol, silencer. Yep, and we'll try the bursts. There we go. Right, so 2.1 per second, but it did improve the critical hit chance. So we'll see how well it works. Crafting biomass. Biomass ammunition. Don't think I know how to make that. Oh, sod. Oh well, we'll just yank up some cloth, make some more shotgun shells. Do I actually have to be so blatantly stupid as to ask to look at her terminal? Yeah. Yeah, how? Ooh, converts to frost. Okay, are they selling ammo? No, they are not. Right. Well, we could try it. How bad could it be, really?
Business is always good when a war's on. What do you need this time?
Have a look at your terminal.
Now, there's an odd request. If you've got queries about my stock, I'm sure I can answer them for you. Wait one rapt-gone moment. Did Ms. Galloway put you up to this?
Why do you ask?
She asked me for terminal access not even a fortnight ago. I'd call it coincidence if it didn't feel so much like conspiracy.
Thank you, Emmeline.
Deduce a reason as to why a greenhouse manager would be interested in military inventory. What kind of plants are we growing in there?
Terrible man-eating ones that'll put the fair foliage into every protectorate farmer.
For a while, I thought they were growing healthy little comestibles. They were planting the seeds for psychological warfare.
Fair enough, Legolas.
Shows what I know. All right. Ms. Galloway can have access, but only because I believe in not biting the hand that feeds. Or, in this case, grows. Key card to access the terminals, right here on the boxes beside me. Feel free to nab it.
So, good news. Yoink. You now have access, Emmeline. Unfortunately, you now need to also grow some carnivorous man-eating plants. Just bringing that up. Display inventory. Adjust inventory total. Anti-Fizzo's Spectrum Vodka. Yoink. Okay, naught cases. Right, return to route. And we're done. Right, back to the greenhouse. Ah, the joys of a speech skill. Do. Hi, Emmeline. Your vodka is off the books.
Hello again. You get that inventory issue sorted?
The quartermaster's telling there's one large shipment shorter.
How grand. That officially mops up the last of the mess from the buffoons that came before me. And, as promised, my good fortune is also your good fortune. And while this might be a tad fewer bits than you were hoping for, remember, You've also made allies that you'll find all across Arcadia. Just keep watching for paintings of a stylish yellow rose with a split black circle near the middle. Like the one you passed on your way in. Find that rose, and you find Sub Rosa.
Okay. I like. So, we might have managed to contact the Thieves Guild completely by accident. What painting? Did I pass one on the way in? That's a very good question.
Incessant jingles over the loudspeakers. Do they ever cease?
Nope.
Nope. You'll probably hear them in your dreams if you haven't already.
Yay for subliminal advertising. Also, now my light pistol can have a silencer as well. Where is he? Niles.
Being this close to DeVries feels like we're finally on track to set the universe aright. Anyway, need something, Commander? Sure. Always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
Mod up 1. Pistol. Where did my... hold that thought. They're all modded. The guilds anyway. And the service pistol can't take any mods. Okay, solves that problem. Hang on to that for another light pistol then. Right, journal. The Saboteur Palace, the Brainbenders of Artie's Choice. Okay, and we also need to hunt down the spares. And at some point I need to swing by the ship and get the lockbox. Confront Savannah at the Order of the Ascendant Chapel. Okay, near Fairfield. Right, well, let's go talk to her. Because that is sort of main quest, and it looks like it's on the way to West Point as... Sorry, not West Point, Westport. West Point is something completely different. And... okay. Raptidon. Shush. Shush, 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 shush. Stealth grass. Thick grass hides you from hostiles. Okay. I am being extra sneaky. Oop. Careful. Yank. Oh, we're good. What's this? Transfer. Forward operating base. Direct report. Commander Emil Torres. Do not engage with wildlife or protective soldiers. The Raptors here are not your friends. Do not treat them like the tame ones back home. Guess who tried to play Pet the Raptidon? Whoops. Oh well. That was unfortunate for somebody. That must be the Vox relay. Right, so there's Fairfield. That is presumably Westport. Alright, let's go talk to Savannah. You know, with a bunch of guns on standby just in case. Hi. Excogitation chapel, eh? Right. Get ready to breach.
We're closed.
Yeah, about that.
Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan.
So you're a friend of Augustine de Vries?
Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
Among others.
Architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
Okay, let Niles run this.
And how are you going to do that?
Probably by shooting her.
Something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded.
You'll have to excuse Niles. He is just upset. I'd say understandably.
It is of no matter, regardless. I do not know where she is. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor.
Right, Victor's the guy you accused her of conspiring with, right?
How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you?
Yep.
Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really.
Let me guess, they
She kept
started...
getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me.
Requires Savannah's journal. Right, so I didn't have that, but we can ask about the Sentinels versus the cult of corporatism.
Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia.
Involving giant
You know
holes
how
in
it
space?
works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That and the invasion itself set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again.
Again? She went down it before?
She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now.
About 2
She
years
never
after
slept,
the
didn't
Rift
talk to
mess.
anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse.
So what prompted the relapse then?
We became friends when she... Well, she saved me. I'd said something without thinking. Must have been distracted. We all know to watch every last word we say. For some reason, she interceded on my behalf with an arbiter. And she convinced him he didn't hear what he actually did. No one does that. Void, I didn't think anyone could.
Was she part of the Order?
We all were, originally, before the schism. But she never gave it up, even when it became illegal to even mention their name. Which was surprising with how angry she seemed to be getting with them, even as she was deep into scheming with Victor and the others.
So she was on the
even
radical
continued to send me
side.
Messages, see you in the equation. It's all so confusing.
Okay, is that something other than an Order phrase then? Is there some sort of clue in that? What do you know about the Vox Station?
What do you mean? It was where she worked, one of the Protectorate's communications hubs. She didn't speak of it much, at least to me. She may have spoken to Victor about it.
Okay, and knowing her was unsettling, let's needle that.
She ain't the only one.
It's difficult to explain. She spoke about things in unfamiliar ways. I felt her words to be freeing, at first. But slowly, I began to feel unmoored, doubting everything I ever knew. She said learning the truth of things was worth it. But now I question whether her truth was just more of her penchant to sow chaos, no matter who may be caught in her schemes. Some days I wish I'd never listened to her at all. Others, I can't help but miss her. Even with everything.
Know a little something about that too.
Did you ever see her again?
I did try to. Once. After the corporatists invaded Paradise Island and took over Fairfield. They seemed to let anyone in there. Some boisterous fellow even tried to recruit me.
Okay, the safe in the house was empty.
Yes, and I am shamed to admit it. Though if she hadn't wanted me to, she wouldn't have told me the code.
Oh
Same
ho.
one she used for everything. 15-778.
Everything?
It could be her agent identification code, Commander.
Yeah,
She
it
said it had
is.
some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty.
Bingo. 15778 is important. Okay, this is all fascinating, but I have to find her before she does something drastic.
I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her.
I mean, sure. I mean, I probably will end up killing her, but I will try.
That's all I can ask.
Oh. The order of the ascendant tries to continue to get the truth in life in the purest of mathematics. Right, so it's not actually psychohistory, they're just a little bit bonkers. I will have that bypass shunt if you don't mind. Pocket watch, leave that. Journal. Well, I won't say no to a trauma kit, that's for certain. Take the med supplies, leave everything else. Journal. Journal, journal, journal. Note to self. Need to keep an eye out for that and then come back here if we ever find it. Okay. Just doing a quick pace round. Yes, I'm looking to see if there's a secret door. Possibly, Dosney, possibly. Yoink. Don't. Hey. There's anything hidden here. One, two. Kind of hard to judge, though. Oh, cloth. Need that. Sorry, just yoinking it. I can't tell if that's, excuse me. If that's relevant or not. Okay, so Savannah gave us some interesting ideas on that front. Let's hit... well, off to Westport. Vigilant Hogarth. Map. Okay, so the Vox Relay is to the north, and Westport is, well, off to the east. I still want to know how that came to be the case. Also, we need to check out the Skeleton Crabble Cave. Okay, the Raptor Matriarch's up by the Vox Relay, so file that for later. Bounce, 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 bounce. I'm tempted to note that the ideal situation would probably be for the Protectorate and Aunties to fight themselves into oblivion, or at least exhaustion, and then have the Directorate roll in later on. Hang on, what's going down here? Hi, guys. Are we going to have a problem? Specifically, I know these guys are corporates. Specifically, are we going to have a ballistic problem? Fairfield salvagers. Nope, nope. Looks all nice and peaceful here. Corporate cleanup crew.
report?
Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order, sir.
Uh-huh.
Eddie, Scout. Glad to hear that they haven't managed to repair it, even if Command has temporarily put the actual fighting to a stop.
Right. So that's more of the front line, isn't it? Okay. So what's this thing about tuning the wireless? Ah, wireless. Free Arcadia, Protectorate subjugation, and a desperate message playing on the Eden's Bounty Agri. Okay.
Bounty Agri Center. You must help me. You must. My subordinates have become homicidally irritable, though remain unaccountable for
Maybe,
their
doesn't he?
actions. Find me in the renovated grain silo. Help me formulate a cure.
Okay. Side quest.
Calling out to any random, non-kill crazed passerby who can hear this. Yes, you. I am trapped inside the research lab at the former site of the Eden's Bounty Agri Center. You must help me.
Alright. Sounds like a man in need of trouble. The lab that shouted incoherently and often. Okay. Oh, hey, it's on the way. Right, so he's in the grain silo, apparently. Drop down, drop down. Circle round.
Guards are frightened, agitated. Some are wearing gas masks. Yeah, something ain't right here. We should be cautious.
Yeah, the distress call kind of made it clear. Enemies with skulls next to their health bar are dangerous. Right, in other words, don't piss them off. Also, gas could be a problem. Alright, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Homicidally irritable employee. Lovely. This is going to be one of those, you should probably solve this with a stealth check mission, isn't it? Okay, 13 meters. 9 meters. Now, how do we get into the grain silo? Or am I just pushing my luck beyond all reason? No obvious way up. Oh, door. Barred shut. Great. And he does in fact look homicidally irritable. Okay. Let's see if we can find another door. Maybe. Tippy toes, tippy toes. Right. Distraction devices are up.
Hostile ahead. What's the play, Commander?
The play is that we keep our heads down and we do not annoy the homicidally irritable employee. Actually, yeah, we find a way to sneak round him. Except there's another one just past. Hey! Turns out they're all homicidally irritable. Must be Monday.
On all my action items.
Ha! You keep saying that. Ah, that looks like a way in. So along there... Can we get up that? Ah, I think we get up those boxes. Along, left, up, back, and in. Question is... Yeah, they sound like a happy bunch, don't they? Wow. Okay. Okay, plan the way in. Oh. Okay, back in the stealth grass. Push. Actually, if he walks away, we might be able to use that gap to slip past both of them and sneak in. Mind you, from this angle it does look less like we can get up there, doesn't it? Come on, what's the burglary option here? Right, let's keep swinging on round. Shush. Shush, 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 shush. You heard nothing, you saw nothing. Another guard at 2 o'clock. Leaders and bosses, particularly tough enemies noted via their health bar. These are reserved for leaders. They're more resistant and required to take damage first to make them weak. Okay. Probably shouldn't be annoying them then. That would be absolutely correct. Right. Shush. Shush, 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 shush. Shush. Okay.
On your toes.
Why is this door open? Isn't this lab meant to be secure? Doesn't anyone else have standards in this place? You want high security? I'll give you high security! Rolling up my sleeves.
Well, that solves that problem. Okay, we are not annoying the boss level homicidally irritable employee. Definitely not. The front door is suddenly no longer an option, but at least that guard's been disposed of. Might be able to slip through there. Yeah. She does, in fact, know how to resolve a conflict in the workplace. I'm not sure I approve of the strategy. Okay. Right, so he's walking between those 2 points. Insert bonk-worthy backdoor joke here. Yeah. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, this isn't really a slew of fights I want to have. At all. That pile of boxes still looks like the way to go. Alright, here he comes. Now, once he's distracted, I can probably slip right past. Okay, oh, hang on, where's this one going? Come on, come on, come on. Right, turn around. There they go, right, go. Go, 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 go. Careful. Alright. Door is locked. Need lockpicking 3 to get through that. Alright, move. Shit. Come on. Up. Up. Up.
Check enemy light just.
Shit. Okay. Get out of sight. Don't really want to be seen trying to climb the side of this building. Come on. Walk away, sir. Walk away. What the fuck? Oh, it's the Vox relay, but what is it doing? And why do I have the feeling that it's going to be horrible, horrible news for me as and when they do it? Nah. Shush. Okay. That'll be absolutely right. Careful. Bounce. Shush. Why is this not climbable? Oh. Uh-oh. Well, we're not doing discretion anymore. Yeah. Okay, right. Load, autosave, accept. Ha. Well, good news is we can get up the side. The bad news is I'm not sure we can actually get in this way. There's a trail of slime suggesting we should be able to, but... annoying. Okay, calm down. Wait for everybody to wander away. Why can't I climb that? It looks climbable. It ought to be climbable. Could you just wander off before anyone notices? Thank you. Much appreciated. Right. There we go. Just didn't quite spot the issue. Okay. Whew. Right, we're in. Okay, so we've got one homicidally irritable employee there. Auntie's Choice liftoff. Yoink, let's have that. Okay, that's not an option. Careful does it.
Great waves of outrage rolling right through me. Perpetually.
How unfortunate. Right. Made it inside. Good news. Bad news. Homicidally and irritable employees all over the place. Oh.
Trouble ahead.
Yeah, I'd noticed. Okay, so there's a ladder. Careful. Niles, I didn't know you were even better at stealth than I am. Right. Might just... The ideal solution would just be to take the ladder down, but he might hear me.
On over every little thing he says. Wonderful idea, Pod Divisioner Ormsby. First rate as always. Oh, sycophants all. Not a single spine between them.
I have failed the How Not to Be Seen course. Indeed. Luckily I get retakes. Okay. Hi.
Oh, you're likely affected too, aren't you? Scream twice for yes.
How about no? Okay.
Could it be? You seem an
Whew.
rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis.
Okay.
Helmut Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor.
You've changed your tune a bit since sending that distress signal.
Oh, all that pleading and the like, yes. Well, it's only my second time trapped in a laboratory basement, and I do admit, I did panic just a little.
Just a bit, yes.
Back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me. As an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment.
Okay, specifics?
Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future Auntie's Choice products. As per usual, we threw precaution to the wind.
And as per usual, it blew up in your face.
A wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a chance reaction causing profound irritability. To a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear.
Aha!
For that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success.
Yes, you must be truly visionary scientists to succeed in such haphazard fashion.
Well, of course. Succeeding in a haphazard fashion is one of the first courses taught to Auntie's Choice students in any field. But yes, I am something of a visionary.
Thank you, Ormsby.
Our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. The individual not only thrives, but shines even more brightly with the help of their brethren.
Right.
It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say.
I think the words you meant to say was manipulation.
Speaking of the team, such as they are in their present deranged state, how did you make it past past them, you know, without being killed.
Well, it helped that one of your guys killed one of the others. Your team may be down a few.
Shame. The staff and I all had such good chemistry together.
So it was possible to get in without that little cutscene.
Most is getting out of here alive, saving our researchers a close second, and curing my remaining colleagues a firm third.
Let's just get on with this.
Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect Coronian synthesis method, don't you think?
I have no idea.
Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters?
Nope, sorry.
Apologies. I do tend to assume everyone has a doctorate. No matter, if you are capable of following simple instructions, I'm sure I can guide you through it.
Yeah, this is...
Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions?
Alright, what do you remember about what happened?
Whole thing was ghastly. One of my assistants and I heard a loud noise. He left to investigate while I continued working on our experiment. When he failed to return, I peeked outside and saw the others run in, bloody, gibbering, hunting for targets. They'd clearly been exposed to some virulent new
Doesn't he? That is cruel and unusual.
I ran back and locked myself in this test chamber to avoid contamination. Well then, anything else before we proceed?
A visionary lab like this sets its own agenda, right?
Well, you'd certainly think so, but management sets the goals.
Ah.
Our humble research team works to deliver. But as much as I'd love to natter on, we probably ought to get matters underway.
Yes, less nattering, more antidoting.
We'll need two things. Fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them.
Okay.
An antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course.
And where do I find all that?
Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds.
Oh, great.
A satellite lab to this one, if you will.
I'll be off then.
Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
They're more likely to murder me, but that's besides the point. Alright, chemical counteragent and red spore sample. So that's how we mix that up. And I'm guessing that this is the barred door we found earlier. Yep.
Pretty convenient that he only managed to save himself from the spores. Still, we ought to fix this before it spirals more out of control.
Indeed. Alright, 3 points available, but... let's see, I will need to put 1 point into lockpicking. Skills at 1... oh, no. Okay, so we can put 1 point into medical, 1 point into hack, and then put a third point into medical. Or a third point into lockpick. Well, I have to raise all of them, so... Alright, third point into medical, just to speed things up with the good doctor. Accept that. Bear in mind that because of the floor I've taken, I can only raise skills that are below the highest skill point I have, or that are at 0. But I do get an extra skill point every level, so it works out. Okay. Right, and we're clear. And more to the point, we have a new way back into the base that doesn't involve sneaking past a load of homicidally irritable employees. What are you? A Raptidon juvenile. Excuse me.
Ready to wait.
Oh, hey! Turns out Big Mama was home. Right. Speed up. Loot. And loot. Okay. Oh, what have we got here? The answer is sweet. No. The answer is more Raptidons. Wonder what happens if I toss in a grenade. The answer is it ended very quickly indeed. Excellent. Cigarettes, water, bits of Raptidon, ammo, and I got my grenade back. Wonderful. Oh, and another key for Val. Excellent. Hazardous sample collection log.
Field report update. We are approaching the Raptidon den. These beasts have exhibited excessive irritability as of late. We endeavor to determine why. Surely the red spores aren't to blame. Windborne spores lack the catalytic agent of our food additives. Only way to be certain is to gather a stool sample. Simple enough. A routine task for the audacious advances field team. Right now, as we approach the rap's nest, certainly this spirited variety will offer. Oh, no. Oh, okay. We need to run now.
A little bit late on the whole running and screaming thing. Whoops. Okay. Loot? No, but we've found the red spore samples. Excellent. We have also found a load of Raptidon juveniles. Blonk. Oh hey, they're all very upset all of a sudden. Wonder why that is. You know that silenced pistol I wasn't bothering with? I'm thinking I should have bothered with it. I'm thinking I should really have bothered with it. Oh, found a body. Okay. It still hasn't woken up. Good, good, good. Raptidon Colossus. 900 points of... oh, shit. Ow. Run. Huh. Thank you, whoever did all that damage. We're good. Well, better than him. Huh? Can't tell. Well, they really weren't feeling hungry, were they? Right, lockbox spores.
Time's over. We should have what we need.
Way! We have the red spores. And that is the Vox relay. We'll be coming back to that. Now, the next concern was sneaking into the other lab on the base, grabbing the research data, and then getting back to the professor without getting brutally murdered. Okay, back we go. Also food, thank you. Up, 2, 3, 4, up, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's the little side lab we sneaked past first time around. Okay, that shouldn't be too hard. For all that Obsidian... Let's get into stealth mode. For all that Obsidian tend to cover everything in their quest scripting, I'm surprised they didn't distinguish between us killing the guards and that little cutscene where one of the guards killed one of the other guards. It just counted as, hey, a guard's dead. Alright, so we've got one patrolling there. On a fairly rapid cycle as well. This may be a bad approach angle. Oh. Okay. Vault over, and okay, we're in. Very rapidly. Okay, close the door, don't want to get spotted.
Could be they were trying to interfere with the others, but to what end?
Dunno, shut the damn door. Okay, shells, mag pick. Okay, oh, biomass pistol. Cigarette lighter, another distraction device. Right, what do we have here? Memo to staff. I, your humble product and visionary, want to thank every single one of you who managed today. We see some effect of modern East landholding, the most interesting centre in the entire island. Lab notes. Red spire releases many of these red spores which colour the surrounding landscape. Confidential went to all managers. Our important work in the lab is being hindered by a handful of incompetent, quarrelsome, and wholly irredeemable personality become a liability on our quarterly report. Each of them has been assigned to a performance acceleration program. Okay, in reality, that was designed to get them all killed. As an insurance policy, the final activity is... Oh, right, I see. The northern tip of the Northern Island area visited with corporate raptor assets turned feral. Lovely. Well, we've got the objective. Back to the route. And, right, we have everything. So he was murdering off any stuff he didn't like. I wish I could say I was surprised. Okay, back to our good and totally not casually homicidal professor. Oh, shit. That was a close one. Well, he wasn't there before, so presumably he will wander off at some point. Just watching the sensors. That's tragic, I assure you. Please walk away from the door. Today, please. Might be safer to go out the... No. Go out the roof? Might be safer. Use transaction drawer. Okay. Can we go out the roof? Was he there before? I mean, I might be able to sneak past him. Okay. Probably not. No, I'm not going out the roof. Okay. Dip your toes. This guy doesn't seem in a hurry to go anywhere, so... If we're careful... Actually, distraction device. No effect. Too close. Too far away or it hits somebody else. Fine, we'll just have to try slipping past once our other friend walks away. Shush. Okay. A little closer than I would have liked. Shush. Quiet. Quiet. Okay, we are out. Right, we need to slip back. Run! Run! Hopefully they give up. No, don't shoot them, just run. Okay, we lost them. Niles? Quiet, calm it down. Are you two trying to get us killed? Keep running. Okay, wait for everything to calm down and the dramatic music to stop and... Ooh! Loot! Yeah, we are not engaging in combat, Niles. Wait for everything to calm down. As it happens, we are actually now around on the right side of the lab to sneak into the professor's room again. Hi, Mars with a custom user. Well, the idea is that we don't kill everybody in the grain silo except the professor. That probably knocks into our pay. Assuming we are going to get paid for this, I'm not 100% sure on that. He was a mite fuzzy on the specifics. So, we are good. And that is the main thing. And, okay, slip into the grass here. Okay, everyone is quiet again. Calm has been restored. And I don't, thankfully, have to do all of that rigmarole before. Right. Transaction drawer, insert items.
Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and... perfect. I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab.
Hooray!
Pulls out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail.
So you're not overly surprised by the effects of this chemical agent?
Well, it's a textbook example of the medulla oblongata wagging the cerebellum.
Aha!
Well, frankly, there's a plethora of ways to stimulate the
I could, Dosney, yes.
None of the previous methods were anywhere close to being this commercially viable.
Ah.
But where there's a will, there's a way to make a
So he was engineering a, yes. He was engineering something for this.
And a dash of pure, undiluted panache. Exactly what we do best. Well, it's only a matter of time.
So how's the counter agent coming?
Normally, I'd say perfection can't be hurried, but...
Hurry!
There. I have determined the ideal counter agent. Here you are. Place it and the spore samples into that synthesizer.
Thank you.
Enable the device and it will begin a working antidote momentarily. Return with it directly as soon as it does, if you please.
Alright. Synthesize. Oh, yeah, I need the counter agent. Yoink. Right. Spin up. Okay. Synthesize antidote. Medical 4 or medical 3. So if I had an extra point of medical skill, there would actually be a way of making a better counter agent. Right. Okay. Mildly awkward. But we're going with the basic option. Whee! Yoink. The antidote for homicidal irritability. Excellent.
I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though in the end, this should turn out to be quite a lucrative day.
You're
I saw you
welcome.
working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote?
Yes, but afraid will cost you a bit more.
Nice try. But you don't possess nearly the negotiating power you might suspect.
It was worth a
Rather than
shot.
simply bide my time and wait for another gormless dunderhead to stumble by,
Uh-huh.
why let that thick-headed boob amble off with your reward. Not budging? Oh, all right. I suppose I'd be willing to throw in a little extra as a merit bonus for your superlative performance.
We have ourselves a deal then.
Wonderful, wonderful! Knew you seemed a bankably reliable sort. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few moments for the antidote to circulate. Everyone still alive should be right as rain shortly. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My supervisor will hear of your actions.
Thank you.
Oh, and before I forget, I, Omid Ormsby, under the power granted me by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, hereby free you from impressed service to Auntie's choice.
Thank you, Professor. Yeah, welcome. Okay, chest. Reward. So, escape suit, adreno boom, primer, Primer is a special tool that synthesizes healing medicine through your inhalers. Various perks and equipment will grant you additional inhalers, so you can equip more than one primer at a time. And Heartless Euphoria, presumably for making, there we go, extra primer shots. And hopefully, nobody outside is trying to murder me anymore. That would be a distinct improvement. Right, inventory. Medical inhaler. A miracle of modern science. The medical inhaler synthesizes healing drugs. And use a short period of time, overloads the body, preventing use of the inhaler for a period. Right. So we can load this into the standard inhaler. $300 health over duration, and then adds 300. So basically doubles up my current old standard inhaler. If lost or stolen, you can replace this primer using requisition WR9052, writing in plasma where it says plasma grenade. Primer where it says plasma grenade. Details. Details, I tell you. Right. Hi, is everyone homicidally... Okay. They're still angry, but they're not about to try to murder me again. Good, good, good. Right, excellent. Okay, back on to what we were originally coming out here to do, and turn Westport to corporate servitude, liberation. Take your pick. They might still be annoyed with us. Right, welcome to Westport. Doesn't look so bad, except for the breach in the seawall and the rampant flooding. That's certainly a thing, isn't it? Huh. Oh. Really? And a half-flooded, there we go.
Place is not shooting the water anymore.
Hi.
Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? Not so sure I ought to be speaking with you. If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth. That tall, stately building back yonder is his domicile.
Okay.
Hogarth. Milver Street reckons he's the key to converting this town. Let's bring him the good news of Auntie's choice, shall we?
Do hate to come off in the light. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate.
I'll talk to you later then.
Despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just open fire.
Noted. That's fairly standard round here.
How empty are the lives of anti-subjects that they need to rely on consumerism to find meaning?
Hey, we don't rely on it. We just use it. Repeatedly. Often. Okay, we have mechanicals. We have what looks like a doc's office.
Well, it's infected. Redstone arrives soon, we'll have to start cutting.
Alright, let's go talk to the Vigilant. I think if we do enough errands around town, everyone's going to come around to our way of seeing things.
Greetings.
Hi.
It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence. Now a picturesque example of the evils of corporatism. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Tut. I insist. Serving Unit 1. Something for the visitor at once?
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward, regardless of circumstance.
Yes, I see you found out that using retaining walls to hold back an ocean rarely ends well.
I beg to differ. Those walls have stood for over a century and would easily have stood for another, were it not for Auntie's greed and envy, and explosives.
The explosives probably got the casting vote on this, yes. I'm sure staying in the ruins of your city will show them.
That is unlikely, as they are too ignorant to see our obvious superiority. Our society was built from the bedrock up, through the vision of our matriarch. Due to her genius, the structure of our society is perfect, planned down to the last subject.
And if it doesn't fit the plan, gets hammered.
For the betterment of all. Unlike those corporate colonies, where it's every person for themselves.
Right. Okay. No offense, but if it's so perfect, how did Auntie's choice invade so easily?
Obviously, there was some sort of betrayal from within. Even a perfect society has its malcontents, and selfish consumerism is an alluring drug for weak minds. But consider all we've achieved that others have not. Why, we've even eradicated manual labor through our perfection of auto mechanicals. Can Aunties claim such?
When you mention betrayal from within, you mean from the Order?
I will not speak of them. I dislike even doing so indirectly. That brings me to a matter I'd like to discuss with you, actually. I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to our existence, auto-mech parts. What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the Vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. Without parts to work with, we've no hope of remaking our mechs to do tasks beyond their initial functions. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts.
Okay, and if I had engineering or the replacement parts, we could do this. Can't you just reprogram?
Recalibrating a mechanical is not simply a matter of flipping a few switches. We'd need variable gears and essential motivators to have any hope of rebuilding their programming.
Right.
Reprogramming mechs to perform functions outside their assigned roles is a complicated affair. Our wily chief mechanist can do it, but not without parts. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts.
Did you mention the exact reason you need a reprieve?
Oh, you failed to hear the loudspeakers on the way in? The announcements were obliged to repeat incessantly. Allow me to paraphrase. Protectorate law finds us guilty of treason on account of letting Westport fall prey to Auntie's choice saboteurs.
Precisely how is that a punishable offence?
Well, obviously, we've forsaken our duties as members of the Protectorate. It is incumbent upon us to fight to the death, yet we still live, as does our enemy.
Right.
Either the Arbiters arrive to execute us, or this place falls under the vapid boot heel of Auntie's choice. No matter who wins, we cannot sustain ourselves here for long.
That seems unnecessarily cruel.
These fine and decent folk don't deserve having their lives thrown away on account of my failures. If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the Arbiters might see fit to penalize only me, commute the others' sentences, allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such.
Or you
Look
could
around.
defect.
If the Protectorate wanted to do right by you, you wouldn't be starving and wallowing in this metal quagmire. You want to help your people? Go to Fairfield.
Fairfield? Why, they're the reason we're in this mess. You'll forgive me for questioning such timely offers of generosity and kindness. No thank you, not interested. I owe it to every single person here to try.
Right, what would it take to get your people leave for Fairfield?
Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse.
Okay, so if we sabotage the place, they'll head over. Seems to me like a catastrophe already.
Well, that's what's commonly referred to as your opinion. I have the aid of key pillars of our community, several persons of note and good character who stand with and by me, and our town still functions. Our automechs are still running, mostly. We have a generator to power them, fresh water, the reassuring voice of everyone's neighbor Prudence wafts from our loudspeakers.
But if things fell apart further, you'd let everyone go.
I don't know. Look, I've entertained these fool notions of yours long enough. There's no use pursuing such a fruitless line of thinking further.
Oh, I think there is.
I have a brighter future in mind for Westport, one you can help with, in fact, rather than dwelling on dark maybes and scenarios of worst imagining.
Well, apologies if I hit a nerve.
Not the first to question my judgment, nor the last, I suppose. One expects a certain lack of social graces from those raised outside the Protectorate.
Really?
Let us talk plainly. What would it take to secure your aid?
I'll think it over and get back to you.
Farewell now.
Right, so we have a lead. Flip all the advisors in town. There we go. Secure the defections, and everybody leaves. And the mayor likes me. Now, I do have that sabotage kit. Might not need it, but I do have it. Let's talk to the doc.
This is all going perfectly according to the paradigm, I guess. I just can't wait for it to be going more perfectly again.
Indeed.
You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions.
Thank you.
So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle.
How can I be of assistance?
Don't suppose you have any medical supplies to spare, do you? That
Oh,
you
yeah.
might kindly consider donating?
There you go.
Oh, no thank you. Not looking for anything that does more harm than good. I have enough ailments to manage already. From what I've heard about Auntie's medicaments, might poison a patient or cause them to grow an extra head or something. Never know what they're testing out on you.
My extra parts aren't side effects. That's your implication. And anyhow, I should think some minor side effects would be preferable to dying.
I swear by the reliability and efficacy of this Auntie's Choice medicine.
Honestly? Well, I'm a reasonable judge of character, and you seem upright. On behalf of my patients and I, thank you. We're all grateful.
You're welcome.
Guess outsiders aren't all just base individualists like they say on the wireless. Barring this being some tricky sales strategy, that is. This is
Well...
it won't last long. Wouldn't happen to know a reliable means to procure more, would you?
relocate to Fairfield.
Oh, they'd just take us all in? Provide us with all the food and medicine and housing we'd ask for, would they? Doesn't align with how I've heard them depicted on the wireless.
Profit trumps everything to Auntie Joyce. They'll sell whatever to whoever.
You almost make that sound reasonable, under a highly skewed, morally vacuous light.
That's because it is.
Not seeing a wealth of options here at present. I can watch my patients die, then face execution, or we can resettle elsewhere and remain alive. I lean toward the latter.
Thought you might.
The abandoned section of Westport ought to have some supplies. Should be enough medicaments down there to help our injured survive the trip to Fairfield. It's perilous, though.
Okay, so yeah, I can skip the quest because of the medical. You can dilute the medicine I provided 12.26%, stretched out enough for the trip.
If you're sure it'll retain its efficacy, that might just do the trick. I recognize these patients require more care than I'm able to provide here. Seems like in Fairfield, I can get them the help they require.
Hooray!
The last additional thing we'll need is for Vigilant Hogarth to agree to it.
So you'd want his permission first?
It's less a concern about disloyalty, and more my respect for his abilities. He's a skilled leader, and we could sorely use his aid, from coordinating logistics to keeping up morale.
Works for
I
me.
have my hands full with my patients. His presence on the journey would save lives.
I'll do my best to convince him.
See you when I see you.
When I've got round everybody else. Okay, so let's see. Who else do we need to convince? Probably the machinist. And we better have a wander around the rest of the town as well.
Simply saying I'd rest easier if he'd been assigned to it. Originally. That generator goes, this town's finished.
Aha!
Almost missed the routine certitude of my assigned profession.
Hello there.
Don't suppose you checked in with Vigilant Hogarth yet, eh?
He was very welcoming.
Oh, glad to hear. Probably sprung an important task on you afterwards, I'd wager.
He
I mentioned to
tried.
Vigilant how I'd reset my chef mech to prepare meals to my liking. Next thing you know, he puts me in charge of repairing all the mechs in Westport.
Mech repair is mech repair, isn't it?
I mean, sure. All the underlying logic's the same, if you mull it over. I'd been trained to run them big algae processing units, which were a fair amount more complex. It's just... subjects are expected to mind their assigned area and particular forte. So I was a mite taken aback. But I'm happy to help the system abide any way I am able.
Really? What device uses these audio cartridges?
I assume those are approved protectorate announcements, correct?
Correct.
With everyone's neighbor prudence and the like? I mean, sorry. Of course they are. Loudspeaker control terminal is in the proclamation station, a few structures over. One with the antenna. I suspect they go there.
Wait.
Not to indulge in idle talk, but things have been different around here of late. Not at all overwhelmed or terrified of dying, though, of course. The system abides.
Indeed it does. Perhaps it should be abiding in Fairfield.
Curativist Row is a fine sword. Pillar
Dealt
of the
with.
community. Might impatient, sure, but with how busy she is, we'd all do well to respect her time. Watch out for that Weintraut fellow. Talk your ear off if you let him. Kinda lonesome, but doesn't let anybody near his place for some reason. Even before the flooding. Everybody else? Decent enough, I guess.
Okay, must be hard keeping the place running.
Much to do, truly. Toughest challenge now is upkeep of key apparatus. If that generator goes, for instance, doubt I have means to fix it. We lose power to charge our mechs, this place is done for. Final nail in the coffin, or similarly minded metaphor of your choosing. Not that the paradigm would allow that, of course.
Of course not. Better stuff. Everything of packing in and moving to Fairfield.
Even if I did ever fall prey to such treacherous whimsy, you think I'd be fool-headed enough to admit it to a stranger? Look like I've been kicked by an automech or something? I mean,
whoa.
Damn. Vigilant Hogarth's still here. No matter how bad it gets, keeps us going. Keeps us right. Folks like him prove the paradigm is aligned with the Architect's plan. Just gotta trust the rightful guidance of the Vigilance and the Sovereign.
All sounds a bit forced.
Funny. I reckon that's more true of them over in Fairfield. They love their substandard comestibles and lack of fellowship. Smacks a bit of conspicuous inveiglement to me. Sure feel sorry for them. Maybe someday after we, well, utterly crush their forces and disprove their bent philosophy, we can show them all a right, better way to live.
Best be on my way then.
What? Oh, yes. Goodbye.
Alright, so he needs persuading, and oh ho. Search Charlton's house, sabotage the loudspeaker system. Right. Nobody's looking. Uh-huh. Lockpick 3 or Westport Broadcast Facility, you need the key. Suppose we better go search Charlton's house.
Outside.
Speaking of raptidons, right. Hi. Gosh. Oh, so that's what a Crabble looks like. Shush. 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 Yep. Oh, hey, they spit fire. Oh! You! Done. Done. Have we calmed down? We have not, in fact, calmed down. Oh. Ow. I think everything here is now trying to kill us. Are we good? The music hasn't stopped. We are not good. That's nice. Okay, that's what it does. Thank you, Niles. That works. And the noise has stopped. Now let's go see about this house. Do, 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 do. Smoke them if you've got them, and if you haven't, well, that's your bad luck. Engineering 2 or unjam the door to force it. Can we find another way in? Yep. When in doubt, up and over. Except no. Right. Donk. So how do we fix this? 43. Convince Hogarth to relocate. Sabotage the loudspeaker system. Sabotage the generator. Need to convince Hogarth, which I'm guessing means we need to break in here somehow. Let's see, generator? Wonder what happens if we... clear those. Well, so much for that theory. Doesn't look like there's another way in. Oh, and he looks rather dead, and that looks important. Right, we need engineering too, which means I need skill points. Which means character engineering. I could boost it up to, but I need the XP. Okay, let's just explore the rest of the town, see if an option comes up. Or fail that, a load of angry crabbles. Reach. Okay, we're good. Right. Welcome. Please input enter passcode already left written in. Go, 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 getter! Yeah, thank you. Right. Charlton Weintraut. Okay, this is the guy who's been talking us off. Hidden ambitions. Were but often I revel in life of a middle minor functionary. Once one has daily, they remain. Sometimes wonder how I might fare with Auntie's choice. Master of uncertainty. I've been reassigned by Vigilant Hogarth. He has tasked me to raise the spirits of my fellow subjects. Will I start singing the spirited pillagings of our commercialist rivals? Wooden fruit taste. Admin Chatterjee indicated my reason was profound disappointment. I feel impelled to devour Auntie's choice purple berry crunch at every opportunity. Well, well, well. This guy can be liberated with a nod to purple crunch. It might be, doesn't he? I haven't seen the Iron Giant movie in a very long time, so I couldn't tell you. My thoughts relate to my sweet prohibited indulgence. I Red Cloak serious, my days and nights full of worry and doubt, like all the tune I cheer at the exploits of the lone righteous sentinel. Here I know the answers. Okay, so purple berry tequila, purple berry lunch, baseball card. Ah, he does in fact have a bit of a purple berry addiction, doesn't he? Oh, just a bit of one, yes. Oh well, it will do. Yoink. Just a bit of a purple berry addiction. Right, so that's our lead on him, isn't it? That's how we get Weintraut to start singing the corporate song. Now, who else do we need to work with? Yoink. Tank. Oh. A fiction periodical chronicling the exploits of Zane and her buddy. SAQ Volume 1 of 10 from the Library of Redactor Quesnel, Ministry of Accuracy. Huh. Why is the Protectorate allowing Earth Directorate? Redactor Quesnel wasn't supposed to have this, was he? Tut, 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 Redactor. Still, we might be persuaded to overlook that little misdeed for, appropriate leverage. Clear, clear. Lockbox and bits. Infantry cat. Not much else of note here. All looks good. Ooh. Okay, waterlogged protectorate medicine. think we just found the good doctor's supplies. Pity it's waterlogged, but it'll help. It'll help. Maybe she won't have to dilute it. 12.26%. I mean, God, that's how much this stuff's already diluted. Clear. Bits. Spacer outfit. Not much else of note. How do we get into that one sealed building, though? That's the question. Might have to come back with a engineering skill later on. Oh. Okay, more medicine. What's this?
Sit or sprint? Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Nah, it was a great idea. So much stuff for the taking around here. Motherload of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprag race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. Real fly in the old ointment. I could just sit tight, live lean off all these supplies, hope the crabbles skedaddle, or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. Nah, it's a great idea.
And then he died. The end. Oh, of course, your side quest, Niles. Alright, let's hope he is here, yes.
Niles.
Well.
Okay, I'd forgotten about this. Hi.
Has my mind been set upon by shadows? I thought you dead.
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone 4 years.
Whoops.
Back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters.
You're a doctor. You should know how important exercise is.
And who precisely are you? Another Earth Directorate cast-off?
Yes, actually, I was.
So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
We're working together to save Arcadia, a cause I assume you'd support.
That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia's future. Everyone seems to think they alone know what's best for this colony.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
Okay, let Niles respond.
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
Go on.
My team's been caught. Pharaoh and March are dead. Protectorate are holding the rest for interrogation. A ship is inbound to take us off-world, to the consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting.
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once.
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
Maybe you'd like to rethink the offer of help.
I knew something was wrong. What have you gotten yourself into here, Zeb?
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment.
Okay.
If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
I'm in.
I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Oh, don't worry.
Not to worry.
Will you do that?
This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
Right. Haven't found a way to reach the Vox station yet. It might take me a while.
Let's hope the ship also takes its time arriving, and that my friend's pain threshold withstands any attempts to soften them up for the console.
Right, let's get going. Okay, so we now have a third objective in the Vox relay, a jailbreak. What could possibly go wrong with that? Would you like a list?